On the months that you aren't making or meeting that average quota, what were those months like for you? Is there any issues with having to let go staff or
So I would pause there. Um, the problem with what you had just did is if you say those months where things were lower, what were the issues for you? Were you having to let go staff? It's like you're trying to force in the
yeah,
conversation of like a problem when it's
yeah,
like, okay, and when the business does have like the 19 or so, like only the 19 or so jobs, what do you feel is causing that? So you want to get minute on the problem, and then you can get minute on the effects of the problem or the actual causes of the problem. And the reason I would say to do that is if you can define the problem really clearly, and then so if you can define the problem really clearly, where it's like, okay, this is the problem that I'm dealing with, and here's why I'm dealing with it, then at that point, once they say this is the problem, here's why I'm dealing with it, then at that point you can go into the effects of the problem or the consequences of it. And these are really important for like your pitch, because your pitch, you should bring up the consequences of what they're actually facing or the consequences they'll have in the future, because you'll have something tied to it now. Um,
okay.
but I would say just don't try and force it, because if you try and force it, it's kind of putting words in their mouth and it feels salesy, because it's like you're trying to force a problem onto them versus letting them articulate a problem. Does that make
Yeah, that makes
sense?
sense. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
So I would re-ask that and just be like, okay, and for those like those low months, what do you feel was actually causing that? And then
Uh,
go from there. Hey, real quick. So, if you are in high ticket sales and you are absolutely struggling with discovery, you don't know what to do during objections, or just your pitch is a little bit shaky overall, if you are having issues when it comes to taking money from your prospects, I want to help you. So, what I want to show you is basically an entire school community that I have of closers who are there to excel and there to do better. So if you want help from discovery, pitch, objections to just general key skills, follow up, referrals, anything that you can think of, landing roles when it comes to real sales mastery, there is help for you in this free school community. And then there's also essentially a calendar of coaching calls that you can actually join as well, where we will help you directly to improve your sales. We'll role play, we'll do call reviews, pretty much everything that you would need to be successful in sales. Okay. So if you want to join that, you'll also be able to see some of my live sales calls. Just click the link below and I'll see you there. Bye bye.